Hello friends, this is Ravi from Universal Public School, Aurad, Shahjali. In today's session, we are going to discuss very interesting topic. But before starting today's topic, we will have quick revision of previous video and previous session. In my last session, we have discussed about how to change direct speech sentences into indirect speech sentences. We have discussed about what is direct speech, what is indirect speech, how to identify sentences of direct or indirect speech. So friends, yesterday we discussed many rules of direct and indirect speech. So if you have doubt in those regarding those direct and indirect speech, you may please ask your doubts in WhatsApp group, and please do complete your homework. I have found that many students have not been completing their homework. So I hope today onwards every student of our class will complete homework every day, because whatever videos have been uploaded, those videos are depended on grammar topic. Very soon, I guess 5th onwards, 5th of July onwards, we are going to start our textbook, and before that every student, you should be ensure about clearing your all the doubts related to grammar, because once if we start textbook lessons and poems, that time it is practically impossible to revise these grammar topics. For that, again I request all the students, you may please ask your doubts and queries. Whatever doubts are there, those doubts will be solved as early as possible. So friends, we'll start today's session. In today's session, we are going to discuss interesting topic. The name of topic is written on the board, and name of topic is clause. So clause, many people have made mindset that this is very difficult topic. No, not at all. This is the most easiest topic I can say. But it is totally dependent on the mindset. So please consider this topic, and believe me, it is really very simple topic. Just you have to concentrate whatever I am delivering and whatever I am telling, you just follow it. So first we will discuss what is clause. We can describe it as a clause is a part of a larger sentence. What I'm telling, clause, it is nothing but a part of a sentence. As I can define it, clause is a part of larger sentence. Larger sentence in the sense what? There are some sentences they are very short. There are some sentences they are very large. So keep in your mind, clause is nothing but it is a part of sentence. We'll have some examples. For example, the students went home. The students went home when the school was over. The students went home when the school was over. In this sentence, when the school was over, this part of the sentence is called clause. Are you getting what I am telling? The students went home when the school was over. This is the sentence. Then if we consider as a definition, what is defined? A clause is a part of a larger sentence. Clause is a part of larger sentence. Where is that larger sentence? Here. The students went home when the school was over. Then out of this sentence, that part which was underlined when the school was over, this part is called clause. One more example let me give you. I'll give you another example, and don't think this is very difficult or what. It's very simple, friends. For example, he told me that he wanted money. The sentence is written on the board. He told me that he wanted money. Then in this sentence, that he wanted money, this part is called clause. So I hope you must have understood it. Clause, it is nothing but a part of a larger sentence. So it is mainly divided into two types. Let us discuss what are the types of clause, and then I'll give you some examples. It is divided into two types. First one, main clause, and second one is subordinate clause. There are two types of clause. First one, main clause. Second one, subordinate clause. This main clause is called principal clause also. This main clause is called independent clause also. Principal clause, main clause, independent clause, they are same. Only the names are different. What I am telling? Main clause, principal clause, independent clause, they are same. In some books, main clause, this term is used. In some books, independent clause, this term is used. In some books, principal clause, this term is used. They are same. So clause is divided into two types, main and subordinate. How? Let us discuss with the same examples. Then you can get exactly. The boys went home when the school was over. This is the sentence. Now I will separate this sentence into main and subordinate clause. So I have already divided it. I have already underlined it. Now you can see on the board, the boys went home. This is main clause. We call it main clause. Second, I have underlined when the school was over. Whatever part of the sentence is underlined, that part is called subordinate clause. What I am telling? Subordinate clause, when the school was over, and main clause, the boys went home. Why this sentence into divided in main and subordinate? See, if we divide the boys went home, if we think about this sentence only, the boys went home, it is complete as well as meaningful. Complete and meaningful. It doesn't require other part of the sentence. But if we discuss only when the school was over, that time we don't get exact meaning when the school was over. But what exactly that sentence wants to indicate, that we are not getting. So this part, when the school was over, is dependent on this main clause. That's why it is called subordinate clause. And this subordinate clause is called dependent also. It is dependent for the meaning, for the completion of the sentence, That's why that is called dependent clause also. Dependent and subordinate, they are same. So friends, clause is divided into two types, main clause and subordinate clause. Main clause, it is independent clause also. Why? Because it doesn't require other part for completion of the sentence, or else for the meaning we can consider. For meaning we get complete meaning and sense, but subordinate clause is dependent on main clause. So we'll move towards next part of this clause. We have discussed about subordinate clause and main clause. They are two types, but our subordinate clause is divided into again three types. Adverb clause, second one is adjective clause, and third one is noun clause. What I'm telling? Adverb clause, adjective clause and noun clause, they are the types of subordinate clause. Subordinate clause is divided into three types. First one adverb clause, second one adjective clause, third one noun clause. So in your exams there may be questions related separate main clause and subordinate clause. After that there may be questions related to identify the type of subordinate clause. So these are three types of subordinate clause. First one adverb, adjective clause, noun clause. Now we will discuss them in detail. We will study how to identify adverb clause, adjective clause and noun clause. Let's start them. So first we will discuss about adverb clause. Now look at the examples. I will write down what is an adverb clause. You will get an idea. An adverb clause is a group of words, which contains subject and predicate of its own and does the work of an adverb. So first try to understand. I have defined it. An adverb clause is a group of words which contains subject and predicate of its own and does the work of an adverb. Means what, friends? Whatever sentences are of adverb clause, we can easily identify because that subject and predicate, they will be available in that particular part of sentence, and that sentence will be working as an adverb. We'll have some examples. For example, I'll give you one example. The child cried when it saw a dog. Now in this sentence, the child cried, this is main clause, and when it saw a dog, this is adverb clause. Because I have already told you subordinate clause is divided into adverb, adjective and noun clause. So in this sentence we are discussing about adverb clause. The child cried, main clause. Then when it saw a dog, this is adverb clause. When that child cried, if we ask this question to this sentence, when did child cry, that time we will get answer that when it saw a dog. And adverb, if we give more information about any action in the sense it gives more information about verb, that time that word is called adverb. It gives more information. Which kind of information? It may give information about place, it may give information about time, it may give information about manner of the action. So adverb clause is related to that only. One more example I'll give you of adverb clause. Look at the example. The wind blows where it likes. Where it likes. So in the sentence, the wind blows, it is a main clause, and where it likes, this is subordinate clause, and that clause is adverb clause. So friends, one more example I will give you. The story ended as I had guessed. Then in this sentence, as I had guessed, this is adverb clause. The story ended as I guessed. The story ended, it is main clause, and as I had guessed, this is adverb clause. So there are 9 types of adverb clause again. So related with the examples and some tricks, let me explain. There are 9 types of adverb clause. So first let me tell you orally which are those type of adverb clause. First one, adverb clause of time. Second one, adverb clause of place. Third, adverb clause of reason. Adverb clause of purpose. Adverb clause of result. Adverb clause of condition. Adverb clause of manner. Adverb clause of comparison. And last one, that is adverb clause of concession. So these are the types of adverb clause. One more time I will repeat it. First one, adverb clause of time. Second, adverb clause of place. Third, adverb clause of reason. Fourth, adverb clause of purpose. Fifth, adverb clause of result. Sixth, adverb clause of condition. Seventh, adverb clause of manner. Eighth, adverb clause of comparison. Ninth, adverb clause of concession. So first we will discuss about adverb clause of time. The first type of adverb clause, that is adverb clause of time. According to the name of this type, you must have got an idea about how to identify this adverb clause of time. As I told you, this will give more information about time of action. Let us have some examples. We will go after the school is over. After the school is over. So in this sentence, after the school is over, this is adverb clause of time. One more example let me give you. Very simple examples I give you. The girl shouted when she saw a tiger. Now in this sentence, when she saw tiger, this is adverb clause of time. One more example let me give you. She can't come out. She can't come out until the time is over. Until the time is over. Here, until the time is over, this is our adverb clause of time. Friends, if you focus, if you concentrate these examples, first one, that is, we will go after the school is over. Here, verb, action, it's go. Second one, the girl shouted when she saw a tiger. Here, action word, that is verb is shouted. Third example, she can't come out. Come out. Then, in these three actions, about these three actions, we are getting something more information. Which kind of information? Information about time, when that action is performed. Then, in first example, we will go. But when? After the school is over. The girl shouted. When? When she saw a tiger. She can't come out. But when? Until the time is over. After the school over, when she saw tiger, until the time is over, these subordinate clauses, they are giving more information about these actions. And which kind of information they are giving? They are giving information about time. So, there are some subordinating conjunctions I will give you, which will help you to identify adverb clause of time, because such kind of subordinating conjunctions, they are used in that adverb clause of time. So some subordinating conjunctions, let me write. They are like after, then while, until, when, and before. These subordinating conjunctions, they introduce adverb clause of time. So it is very easy. If you find such kind of subordinating conjunctions like after, while, until, when, before in the sentences, so easily you can identify that is the type of adverb clause of time. One more trick, if you ask question with the help of when the action is performed, when the action is performed, you will get time of that action, and that answer will be adverb clause of time. So next type, adverb clause of place, we will discuss with some examples. We have some examples of adverb clause of place. Adverb clause of place. So time, here we will get information about place, and examples are they will go where they find it better. They will go where they find it better. The girls went. Next example, the girls went where they could chat. Where they could chat. Another example, you may take him wherever it pleases you. Wherever it pleases you. So, if we think about these sentences, they will go. This is main clause. The girls went. This is main clause. you may take him. This is main clause. But in the sentences where they find it better, where they could chat, and wherever it pleases you, these three sentences are called adverb clause of place. So in the above sentences, in each case the subordinate clause indicates place. Subordinate clauses I have written in the bracket, you can find it out. So they indicates place. They will go where they find it better. The girls went where? Answer is where they could chat. You may take him wherever it pleases you. So these subordinating clauses, they are giving information about place, and if we ask question to this sentence where, with the help of where, that time we will get answer of adverb clause of place. For example, they will go. If I ask question, where will they go? If I ask question, where will they go? Answer will be where they find it better. So they are giving information about place. Next type of adverb clause we will discuss, and the type is, as I told, adverb clause of reason. It is adverb clause of reason. So we have some examples. His parents were happy. His parents were happy because he stood first in the school. Because he stood in the school. I was very glad. Another example we will have. I was very glad. I was very glad that my boss liked my idea. One more example let me give you. Very simple example I will give you. Since tomorrow is holiday. Let's watch film. So friends, the above sentences, since tomorrow is holiday, that my boss liked my idea, and because he stood first in the class. See, if we ask question with the help of why, it gives information about, simply it tells us reason. His parents were happy. Why were his parents happy? If we ask question with the help of why, the answer will be because he stood first in the class. Reason. There is a reason behind that particular action, and that is only the work of adverb clause of reason. I was very glad. Why? Because that my boss liked my idea. So reason behind that action is told by adverb clause of reason. So subordinating conjunctions like because, since, that and as. One more time I will revise. Subordinating conjunctions like because, since, that and as introduce adverb clause of reason. So in this today's session we have discussed about what is clause. Clause is a part of a larger sentence. Then clause is divided into main and subordinate clause, and we have started discussing about the types of subordinate clause. Subordinate clause is divided into three types. First one, that is adverb clause, second one adjective clause, and third one noun clause. And today we have discussed about adverb clause of time, adverb clause of place, and adverb clause of reason. So for a day we'll stop here. Meanwhile, please do complete your homework, and please, I request everyone, stay indoors, stay safe. Thank you.